think back to what you've done within the past 24 hours. Okay, that's enough time. If you're a little bit like me, there's a pretty big chance that you've spent at least a little bit of that time on social media. Maybe you spent that time talking to family. Maybe you sent a Russian car crash from Instagram Reels to your friend. Or maybe you spent the past 8 hours doom scrolling in your bed, procrastinating whatever you had to do. Social media can be a place where you can express yourself freely. You can be who you were truly meant to be and get tons of support for it. For the most part. Now, if my experience is similar to anyone else who was a part of Gen Z, it would be that we were the first generation to grow up with social media really playing a big part in our lives. And I mean, that's pretty cool. One of the perks is that we were almost never bored. There's always something on there to keep you entertained. Like, think of how lucky we are. People from the 1300s didn't have things like TikTok or Instagram or, Mr. Beast. No, when people were bored back then, they had the Black Plague. Ooh. Now listen, although I think it's a huge perk that we have such easy access to dopamine and stimulation, largely thanks to short form content like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, I think it comes with a little bit of a side effect of not being able to be without it. Now, I'm not saying that everybody has had this problem before, because that's not true. But I sure have. When I was in high school, I spent way too much time scrolling on TikTok or Instagram Reels, which I think made my attention span a little bit worse than it was before. My attention span was already fried to begin with, but you know what most definitely didn't help? Watching 30-second videos with gameplay and subtitles to keep me invested. Gen Z currently has the shortest attention span with around 8 seconds. That's similar to a goldfish. How the hell are we as advanced as we are with cities and functioning societies, yet we're nearly getting beat out by these things? And with people continuing to get social media access at such a young age, I'm not really sure that this is something that's ever going to change in the future. If anything, it's just gonna get 10 times worse. Sure, right now we may have the same attention span of a goldfish, but who knows, maybe 10 years from now we won't be any smarter than a bacteria. See, it's a bit of a double-edged sword because it does have quite a bit of positives, but I feel there are just as many negatives to it. For starters, I think it's really cool that with an app on your phone, you're able to go viral and blossom an entire career from that. For example, the Hawktua girl, she's doing pretty well. But then, with people seeing the potential in becoming successful online, you also have more and more people trying to become influencers. And these people are willing to do anything to get a little tiddlywink of attention from strangers online, a few little Reddit updates. You know, back in the olden days, when you would ask children what they wanted to be when they grew up, a lot of them would say that they wanted to be a scientist or a doctor, you know, something that helps improve society. Now when you ask, a lot of them say they want to be an influencer of some sorts. With this being the case, I've seen more and more people trying to go viral on YouTube and TikTok by just being annoying in public. I know that I'm most definitely gonna sound like an old man telling kids to get off his lawn, but I think that these prank videos coming from kids who are no older than 14 and they go into a Walmart or a Target and just act annoying is not funny. In fact, I think it's pretty fucking cringe to use the general public as your own little NPC for your prank video that's only gonna get comments from like-minded annoying teenagers. These videos all come from people who look the exact same too. It's like their own little carbon copy of each other. Now, I really wish I could say it was just kids doing this type of content, but unfortunately, there are grown-ass dudes making content like this doing arguably worse. Get this, back in December of 2024, a 27-year-old man went into a Walmart and filmed himself spraying bug killer on fruits as a prank. I refuse to believe that this guy with a clear mind decided it was a good idea not only to put the general public at risk by poisoning food, but then posting it himself on TikTok. Keep in mind, this is a grown man doing this. 27 years old is not young. At this point, you should start a family, you know, save up for a house, instead of acting like a fucking idiot on TikTok. The things that people will do for the littlest bit of internet attention will never cease to amaze me. I think with the amount of time Gen Z has spent online, we've seen a lot more at a younger age than we probably should have seen. Like, we deadass might be the first generation that is almost fully desensitized to violence. When you're scrolling on social media, it's ridiculous how fast you can go from a video of a cute kitten enjoying the joys of life to the most disturbing shock video you've seen, all in the matter of 30 seconds. You know, there's a specific category of video that's gotten a lot easier to access with social media. I'm not really sure I can say it due to guidelines on YouTube, but just know that it rhymes with words like door, store, vor. These types of videos are everywhere on social media, and I've been seeing them since I was a relatively young age, and I wouldn't be surprised if you have too, whether it was voluntarily or against your own will. In school, there was always that one weirdo dude who would approach people and just show you the most disturbing video you've ever seen. I was convinced that this kid was somehow connected to the CIA with the way that he was getting these videos that seemingly came straight out of a war zone. I would be sitting there at like 7 in the morning, and this kid would show me a video of some guy getting absolutely f***ed up, getting f***ed in the f***s, and then getting f***ed and then Bro, I woke up 45 minutes ago. This is the absolute last thing that I want to see right now. It is not normal that I've been shown so many of these videos throughout my lifetime that they just don't bother me. I have no idea what happened, but a couple months ago at the time of recording this video, for an entire day, Instagram Reels was showing nothing but these types of videos. I woke up on this fine morning, had a delicious breakfast, and decided to go on Instagram Reels, where I was promptly shown a video of a man getting shit. And each video just kept getting worse and worse. Now, Meta would eventually come out and apologize and say that it was an algorithm malfunction, but that's even more concerning. Are you telling me there are people who voluntarily have this type of stuff as their algorithm? Yeah, no, at that point, just lock these people up. They're a danger to our society. It's not just those kinds of videos that are more easily accessible to a younger generation. It's the other types too, like corn. Corn on the cob, by the way. From the moment I started using social media consistently in my early teens, I quickly began to notice just how many of these specific adult videos were on places like Instagram or, no, Instagram was about it. At least until Twitter was bought out by Elon. When I was like 13, I would constantly be scrolling on Instagram and I would see a meme page that I follow promote some girl's private profile enticing you to click the red chili pepper in her bio for the small price of $35. Dude, I'm just trying to watch my dank memes. I don't care about your profile. As annoying as it was, that seemed to be as far as it would ever go, though. You would simply ignore it or unfollow, whatever worked, and then go on with your day. However, once OF was introduced, things got a whole lot different. Once this website was introduced, these types of things were almost inescapable, and even today, they still are. I bet you right now, if you started a fresh Twitter account, within 3 minutes, you would see somebody promoting their page. When I'm reading a Twitter thread about 2000s nostalgia, the last thing that I want to see is some girl promoting herself. And this is something that definitely could and has had a negative effect on some people who are in Gen Z, and it can even be a danger for Gen Alpha too. If they grow up seeing this type of stuff, they get an unrealistic view of people. Way too many times have I seen people on social media sexualizing a woman who's doing nothing more than like a makeup tutorial. And I think one of the issues that social media has caused is a sense of false reality. A lot of the shit that you see on here is so fake. When you see celebrities like Kylie Jenner posting selfies where she looks like the most gorgeous woman on earth, handcrafted by goddesses, do you genuinely think that she looks like this 100% of the time? Of course not. You guys are aware Photoshop and face filters are a real thing, right? But young people may not know that, and that can be pretty damaging to your mental health. Long story short, yeah, social media definitely has some negative effects on Gen Z, which was kind of the point of this video. Let's go get that guy over there. Hey, you! Oh, are you talking to me? Yes, of course I'm talking to you. Oh, hello there. Are you tired of shitty energy drinks that are probably horrible for your health? Yeah, they give me kidney stones. It really hurts. That's really gross. But allow me to introduce you to Gamer Subs. It is a cheaper and a healthier alternative to energy drinks and soda, so that means no more kidney stones. How can that be possible, though? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's because it's 0 sugar, 0 carbs, less than 1 calorie, which then means that it's keto friendly and diabetic safe. Well, you already got me hooked. Oh, you will be once you try it. Now shut up and let me finish. Let's say you're somebody like me who doesn't like to be caffeinated 100% of the time. Lucky for you, they also have a caffeine-free line just for you to enjoy the flavor. And they got some really good ones. My favorite currently being Lean. Not only because it tastes fantastic, but also because it makes me feel like a SoundCloud rapper. If you use my link, you get 10% off your order. Come on! If you want to try it out, click the link in the description to get 10% off. Thank you to our good friends over at Gamer Subs. We love you. And now, back to the video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you thought down below. Follow my Twitter, my Twitch, and my Instagram. I'm gonna start streaming pretty often, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week, and yeah, bye. Come to me.
later.